Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to chemistry class. Today we are going to study about orbitals, and then electronic configuration of elements. Before that, we can just recall what we have studied yesterday. You know, definition of atom. Atom is the smallest particle of matter, and then structure of atom means atom has positively charged nucleus and negatively charged electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a fixed circular path. This circular path we called as orbit. We know orbits, we otherwise called as shells. There are 4 shells are surrounded by nucleus in a circular path. That is K, L, M and N shell. I hope everyone clearly understood about that. Okay. So today we are going to study about orbitals, and then how you write the electronic configuration of elements. Okay. Please listen carefully. Take notes. Okay students, today our learning objective to learn about orbital and electronic configuration of elements. First upon, what do you mean by orbit? The fixed path around the nucleus where electrons are continuously revolved. That's called orbit. Orbit means the fixed path around the nucleus where electrons are continuously revolved. That's called orbit. So orbits are denoted by small n. Orbits are denoted by small n. Whatever orbits are there, K, L, M and then N. Whatever orbits are there, K, L, M and then N. Okay, so orbit means the fixed path around the nucleus. Okay, and then orbital. What do you mean by orbital? The three-dimensional region around the nucleus where finding an electron is maximum. The three-dimensional region around the nucleus where finding an electron is maximum. So orbit means a fixed path, with fixed circular path. That is called orbit. But orbital means the three-dimensional path. Then every orbits, the orbits otherwise we call as shells. Every orbits or shell are divided into subshells or otherwise called as sub-energy levels. These are called orbitals. Every orbits or shells are divided into subshells or sub-energy levels. These are called orbitals. So it is denoted by S, P, D and F. The orbitals can be denoted by S, P, D and F. So orbits are K, L, M, N and then orbital means S, P, D and F. There are 4 orbitals are there. Okay. Listen here. This is the nucleus. This is the structure of atom. The nucleus are present the center of the atom. The nucleus present at the center of the atom. And this nucleus is positively charged. The proton and neutrons are present here. And this nucleus is surrounded by the electrons. The nucleus revolved around the electrons in a circular path. This circular path we called as orbits. Whatever orbits are there, K, L, M and then N. Whatever orbits are there, K, L, M and then N. And these orbits or these shells, every orbit or every shells are divided into subshells. Every orbits or every shells are divided into subshells. For example, K. This is K orbit and this is L orbit and this is M orbit and this is N orbit. This K orbit, it consists of S orbitals, S subshells. Okay. The K orbit, it consists of only one subshell, that's called S. And L orbits, there are two subshells. What are subshells? S and P. S and P. And M orbits, it consists of three orbitals. What are orbitals? S, P and D. S, P and then D. And the N orbits, it consists of four orbitals. What are they? S, P, D and F. Okay students, I hope all of you understood about the difference between orbit and orbital. Orbit means shell. And orbital means subshell. Okay. So, for example, the orbit means K, L, M and N shell. Okay, it is denoted by, the shells are denoted by small n. When n is equal to 1 means K shell, n is equal to 1 means K shell. The K shell containing one subshell, that is n is equal to 1 means K shell, K orbit or K shell. Okay, the K shell, it consists of one subshell. What is? Yes, only one subshell. K shell consists of only one subshell, that is yes. And n is equal to 2 means second orbit. N is equal to 2 means second orbit. Second orbit means L. Second orbit. What is the orbit? L. And it consists of two subshell. The L orbit to consist of two subshell. What are they? S and P. Okay, and then n is equal to 3. N is equal to 3 means third orbit. N is equal to 3 means third orbit. Third orbit name M, K, L and M. So here three subshells are there. S, P and D. S, P and D. And n is equal to 4 means fourth shell. The fourth shell, what is the name of fourth shell? N. So whatever subshells are there in the fourth orbit, S, P, D and F. Okay. So first orbit is K, second orbit L, third orbit M and fourth orbit N. Okay, what are the orbitals are present here? The K orbit contains one S orbital. So n is equal to 1. So we can write 1 S. And this is the L orbit. L orbit is the second orbit. So n is equal to 2. So here how much orbitals are there? 2 orbitals. What are they? S and P. Okay, so n is equal to 2, so we can write 2s and 2p. Okay, and third orbit means n is equal to 3. So what is the name of the third orbit? M. So whatever orbitals are there, 3 orbitals, S, P and D. So n is equal to 3, so 3s, 3p and 3d. You understand? And then last, finally, the n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. The name of the orbit means N. Name of the orbit N. So n is equal to 4 means whatever subshells are there, 4 subshells, 4 orbitals are there. S orbital, P orbital, D orbital and F orbital. So these 4 orbitals are present in the 4th orbit. So 4s, 4p, 4d and then 4f. Okay, this was the arrangement of electrons in the nucleus. Okay, understand? For example, the 4p orbital means the electrons are present in the 4th orbital. Okay, 4th orbit and which orbital? P orbital. For example, 4p means the electrons are present in the 4th orbit and the P orbital. This is shell or orbit. This is subshell or orbital. Subshell or orbital. This is the arrangement of electrons surrounded by the nucleus. Okay, understand? Okay, and then finally we are going to study about how to write the electronic configuration of elements. How to write the electronic configurations of elements. Okay, let's study how to write the electronic configuration of elements. Electronic configuration of elements. Okay, so the electronic configuration of elements we can write according to Offa principle. According to Offa principle. Electronic configuration we can write according to Offa principle. Okay, according to Offa principle, we can write the electronic configuration of the elements. Okay, what do you mean by Offa principle? The electrons first occupy the lowest energy orbital. The electrons first occupy the lowest energy orbital. Lowest energy orbital means first upon 1s and 2s 2p and 3s 3p and 3d, 4s, 4p and 4d and 4f, 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f, 6s. This is the first lowest energy orbital, and then okay, according to this rule we can write the electronic configuration. Okay, and then S subshell we can accommodate maximum 2 electrons, and P orbital we can occupy maximum 6 electrons, and D orbital we can accommodate maximum 10 electrons, and F orbital we can accommodate maximum 14 electrons. Okay, and how you write the electronic configuration of elements one by one we can discuss. First upon hydrogen, the element name hydrogen, the atomic number of hydrogen, you know, atomic number of hydrogen 1. So electronic configuration of hydrogen, how do you write the electronic configuration? Only one, atomic number 1 means how many electrons are there? Only 1 electrons, only 1 electron. How much electron? Only 1 electron. So only 1 electrons are having the hydrogen atom. So how do you write the electronic configuration for hydrogen? 1s, 1. 1s 1, only one electron, so only 1s 1. Okay, and then helium. Helium, atomic number 2. Atomic number 2, how do you write the electronic configuration? Atomic number 2 means how much electrons are there? 2 electrons, only 2 electrons are there. So how do you write the electronic configuration for helium? 1, yes, 2, because s orbital can occupy 2 electrons. And then lithium, how do you write the electronic configuration for lithium? Lithium, you know atomic number of lithium 3. So electronic configuration for lithium, s orbital we can occupy 2 electrons, so 1s2 and 1s2 end with here, and we can start with here 2s1. And then beryllium. Beryllium, atomic number 4. So you know 4 electrons are present in the beryllium atom. So electronic configuration for beryllium, 4 electrons, so 1s2, 2s2. Okay, and then boron. Boron, atomic number 5. So 5 electrons are there in the boron atom. So how will you write the electronic configuration of boron? Electronic configuration of boron means 1s2, step on 2 electrons, 1s2, 2s2 and balance 3. So 2p and then 2p 1. 1s2, 2s2 and then 2p 1. And then carbon. Carbon, atomic number 6. So we will write the electronic configuration for carbon. First upon 1s2 and then 2s2 and then 2p2. 2p2. And then nitrogen. Atomic number of nitrogen 7. So 7 electrons are there. So how will you write the electronic configuration for nitrogen? First upon 2 electrons, it's 1s2, so orbital we can occupy 2 electrons and remaining 5 electrons are here. So here start with here 2s2 and then 2 2s are 4 and 3 electrons are balanced. The 3 electrons we can write 2p 3. Okay, 3 to 5 plus 2 7. Totally 7 electrons. And then oxygen, atomic number of oxygen 8. So 8 electrons are there. So electronic configuration for oxygen 1s2 first, 1s2 and then 2s2. So 4 electrons and then remaining 4 electrons are having. So we can occupy 2p orbital, 4 electrons we can occupy p orbital. Maximum number of p orbital 6 electrons we can occupy for p orbital. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p 4. And then fluorine, atomic number of fluorine 9. So electronic configuration for fluorine, first upon 1s2 and then 2s2 and 5 electrons are remaining here. So 2p 5. Because 5 orbital we can occupy totally 6 electron we can occupy for p orbital. Okay, and then neon, the atomic number of neon 10. So 10 electrons are here. So electronic configuration for neon, how will you write? First of all we can write 1s2 and 2s2 and then 2p 6. Totally 6 to 8. 8 plus 2 10. 10 electrons. And then sodium. Atomic number of sodium 11. 11 electrons are there. So how will you write the electronic configuration of sodium? First bond 2 electrons for 1s2 and 2 electrons for 2s2 and balance 2 to 4 and then balance 7 electrons are here. Okay, 7 electrons. So p orbital only we can occupy 6 electrons. So 2p6 and remaining 1 electron we can write 3s1. And then magnesium, atomic number of magnesium 12. So we will write the electronic configuration for magnesium. First bond 1s2 and 2s2 and then we can write p orbital. Totally 6 electron we can occupy for p orbital. So remaining 6 plus 2 8 plus 2 10 and balance 2 electrons are remaining here. So 2 electron we can occupy 3s2. 3s orbital we can occupy 2 electrons. And then aluminium. Aluminium. Atomic number of aluminium 13. So electronic configuration for aluminium 1s2 and then 2s2 and then 2p 6. So 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 2 10 and 3 electrons are remaining here. So s orbital we can occupy only 2 electrons. So 3s2. So remaining 1 electrons are here. 1 electron we can accommodate for p orbital 3p1. 3p1. Okay, and then silicon. Atomic number of silicon 14. How do you write the electronic configuration for silicon? First bond 1s2 and then 2s2 and then 2p6 3s2 and then how many electrons remaining? 10 plus 2 12 and 2 electrons are remaining. So 3p2. 2 electrons we can occupy p orbital for third shell. And then phosphorus. Atomic number of phosphorus 15. So electronic configuration for phosphorus. How do you write? Phosphorus, atomic number 15. So electronic configuration for phosphorus. First bond 1s2 and then 2s2, 4 electrons and then 2p6 and then 3s2. Totally 6 to 8, 10 and 12 electrons and remaining 3 electrons are there. So 3 electrons we can accommodate for 3p orbitals. And then sulfur. Sulfur atomic number 16. So electronic configuration for sulfur 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and remaining 4 electrons are there. 4 electrons we can occupy 3p4. Okay. And then chlorine. Atomic number for chlorine 17. So electronic configuration for chlorine 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s2. Remaining 5 electrons we can occupy 3p orbital. 3p 5. So total electron 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 5 17. And then argon, atomic number of argon 18. 18. So electronic configuration for argon, how will you write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, remaining 6 electrons, 3p6. So totally how much electrons? 18 electrons. 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 6 18. Okay. And then next potassium. Atomic number of potassium 19. So 19 electrons are there. So how will you write the electronic configuration for potassium? First upon 1s2, 2s2, and then 2p6, and then 6 plus 2 4 8, 8 plus 2 10. Remaining 9 electrons are there. We can write 3s2, and then here n, and then we can start with here 3p, 10, 12, 3p, 6, and remaining 1 electron, 4s1. So total how much electron here? 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 6 18, 18 plus 1 19 electrons. And then calcium. Calcium atomic number 20. So electronic configuration for calcium, how will you write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and remaining 2 electrons we can occupy 4s orbital, 4s2. So count how many electrons are here? 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 6 18, 18 plus 2 20, totally 20 electrons. Okay. Okay. Understood? All of you understood? I hope all of you clearly understood. So today your homework, your home assignment, write the electronic configuration for first 10 elements. First 10 elements, what are the first 10 elements? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. These 10 elements we should write the electronic configuration and write and send me through my WhatsApp number. Okay, you should write the assignment and send me through my WhatsApp number. Okay, clear? Thank you all of you.